Welcome to the DiAlberto Kitchens here in Davie, Florida for Podcast Twins' first ever cooking edition.
On location at the DiAlberto household.
I promised my co-host Vince Bell that we would make some deep dish pizza throwback to his Chicago upbringing.
Yeah. Again, like I said, I want to make sure that he says he can make Chicago style pizza deep dish. I'm just here to be the official taste tester. So we're going to do it live for you guys right here. Podcast Twins, DiAlberto household.
Look what I already did for you, Vince. I made the sauce so that it had time to taste really, really good.
Sauce is prepped, looking good right there. And
I could tell you what's in it, but then I'd have to kill you,
we don't want that.
So what we're going to do is we're going to let you give it a taste test first to see if we're even on the right track.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
That's the answer we were looking for.
Oh, damn, that's good.
So I had Nick, my son, who's running camera for us, test it before you got here.
Oh, that's
and
good.
He said it's perfect. Don't touch it. Leave it alone.
That is good.
So I listened to my man.
All right, so he's already got the head start. The sauce is laid out perfectly. It's absolutely phenomenal.
So the next thing we do is we grab a pot.
All right.
And then we're going to put a cup of water in this bad boy because we need a cup of water because we have to have the water exactly the perfect temperature. So I'm going to put 1 cup.
Okay.
And then we're going to just get it to about 130 degrees. And once we get it to 130 degrees, we got our flour already prepped over here in front of us. We got 1.25 cups of flour. And just to be, so we don't get sued, we are doing a modification of when my wife and I were in Chicago about 8-9 years ago. We went to Pizzeria Uno's.
Yes.
And they taught us. We went through their cooking class. And I think she got it on Groupon. Okay. So it could have been Living Social back when Living Social was very popular.
Forgot about that.
But I want to say it was a Groupon. So I got my stove here, toss that on there, and then that's it. We take a break until we have the right temperature.
You need to stop prepping cheese or anything.
We don't need to do a damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
Step 1, 2, and 3 is done. The sauce is absolutely on point, 100% perfect.
Sauce is legit.
We got our flour sitting here ready to rock and roll.
And the water is right there on the stove. And I'm also going to preheat the oven to 375 after we make the dough because there's no reason to do it now.
But you know what? I was just thinking there's no way you can get sued. Why? Because you took the class. They showed you how to do it. Well, I
did take the class, and my wife actually saved the little recipe cards that they gave us. Look, but I'll tell you this,
it's an homage to Uno's.
But Uno's uses corn oil, and we don't like it that way.
That's why that's my dog right there. That right there.
They also use vegetable oil in the dough. And we know that we're not doing that. We're using extra virgin olive oil only because why on earth would we put vegetable oil in our food?
Because the one thing that's in that oil is not vegetable.
I don't know what it is, and I don't want to know what it is.
It ain't canola. It ain't sunflower. Whatever all that other crap is, it ain't it.
Whatever that is, it's not important because this is extra virgin olive oil that's going to go in.
And that's all that matters. So maybe we might make the restaurants raise their game and get on board with us.
And then we'll just wait 5 minutes until we're ready to roll. So Nick, hit that button, and then we'll come right back.
Okay, so what's next?
Well, next is, you see it says about 136. 136. So we're darn near close to 130. Okay. If you can see that, it says 136. That's in Fahrenheit. I don't do Celsius because I live in the United States, and that's what they make us do. So
boom, boom.
It is what it is, but you don't want to put it in there when it's too hot because then it'll melt your life and the yeast will just not do what it's supposed to do.
Okay. So we need yeast to do what it does.
We're just going to put about a teaspoon of yeast in this thing.
Okay.
And then we'll stir it up. That's it. So if you could grab a spoon out of that cabinet right there, I'll go ahead and get this started for us. There you go. And then you can stir it up after I put the yeast in.
We're so twins that we follow each other around the kitchen.
Yeah, man. So, there's a 1/2 teaspoon for you and a 1/2 teaspoon for me.
Boom. So I'm sous chef today, so I'm just here to make sure that everything keeps stirring.
That's it.
All right.
And we need actually another. We need 2 teaspoons because there's 2 cups. A cup rather. So that should be perfect amount of yeast.
Boom.
We stir it up. We let it cool a little bit while we stirring it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna put half in this one and half in that one.
I love it.
That's it.
The stirring skills is impeccable.
It is good. It's pretty good, man.
Yeah, man.
We'll put the vegetable. I almost said vegetable
don't do
oil
it.
because it says vegetable on there, but I
Don't.
promise you this is not vegetable oil.
I trust that.
So we need about 3 ounces of vegetable oil, and we eyeball it because we're Italian.
Yeah,
so you know
boom.
that's it.
Yeah.
So you know there's about a teaspoon. There's another
2.
teaspoon. There's another teaspoon. Maybe a little more for good measure.
go.
That's also how I measure my garlic, by the way. I can't give you my sauce recipe, but I will tell you that the original recipe says 2 cloves of garlic, which I laugh at.
Yeah, that's a starter kit.
And I was teaching Nick will laugh at this one, my son, because he said he wanted to make chicken Alfredo one night.
Okay.
And he goes, Dad, how much is 2 cloves of garlic? And I grabbed about 10 cloves of garlic because that's what I had in my hand.
Yeah.
And I put it down and I said, for us, that's 2.
Yeah, that's it.
That's 2.
So open your hand wide, and whatever you can hold.
And
That's
kind of,
the-
you know,
that's the kid
and I mean, you know, you got those big meat hooks,
Yeah,
so you
so-
probably use extra garlic, so
I
yours
do.
will taste even better.
And I love garlic. So trust me, everything I make starts in.
Well, that's why you like the sauce,
with
obviously.
butter and
'cause
garlic. Yeah.
That's exactly how the sauce starts. Butter and onion, and then you put the garlic
you
in.
got the onion
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
listen, that is amazing. That garlic just does something. Matter of fact, when you walk by a house that's cooking with garlic, unbelievable. The smell.
All right, well, I think
Yeah.
we're about ready to
That's my resident
start.
Vinny Italian right there.
I hope you washed your hands, Vince, because we're ready to dig in, man.
Okay, well,
All
you
right.
do it again.
You can go ahead and do it again,
Yeah,
man. Go
man.
ahead. All right, so now we're going to do the right thing, and Vince is going to wash his hands because I washed mine already. Again. And then we'll get back to the dough because we're going to stick our hands this and feed it to our friends.
Yeah. So, all right, we're gonna do that. Open spin. There
Let's
we go.
go. All right.
That's called an open spin in the
Open
dance world.
spin. Oh, that's exactly 129.375 degrees. So I think we're good to go now.
All right.
And actually, what we'll do now is we'll move the sauce because we don't need it till later.
Yeah. Well, let's
Put that right on top of the stovetop where it started, and then we're gonna do a half and half situation here. So we should get a half a cup each of this stuff.
Okay.
And I gotta get this oil down in there, man. Come on,
Well,
oil.
you know, it separates like
Oil and water or something. Oh,
He's here all week, ladies.
That may be your worst joke ever told on any of our episodes.
Tip your bartender and your waitresses. We're here all night.
Weakest, one of your jokes has to be the weakest.
Yeah,
I guess,
that was
so.
what that came off. That's gonna be on
Now
our
hold
dad
that
joke
for me.
episode.
The dad. Oh
Yeah.
shoot, we're gonna have a dad joke.
have a dad
My
joke
kids
episode.
boo me when I do dad
Okay.
jokes, man. So I'm gonna put half in there. Boom, and then I'm gonna take the rest.
Okay,
Boom.
we ready?
Then we start mixing it up a little bit. And you can see the dough starts looking like dough.
Oh, it's doughing already.
It's doughing already. And then we need, after we're done with this, well, we're done with that. Throw it in the sink and let somebody else do the dishes, because if you do the cooking, you shouldn't do the dishes. That's a rule.
That's a fire department rule.
Oh, see, look. Maybe I should have been a
I told
fireman.
you should have been a fireman, man.
Maybe I should have been a fireman. All right, I got mine kind of sticking together here a little bit, so let's get some dough on this. Let's get some flour on this nicely cleaned and sanitized surface here.
Indeed.
Need about a half each or so. And I'm running out of dough here. I'm running out of flour here, so you can hand me that big one next to you, the left. And give me a little scoop of that. Give you a little more there.
Yeah.
Give me a little more there. It's not an exact number. It's, you know, we're not, well, we are baking, but
bada
that
bing,
doesn't
baby.
count. All right, so kind of mess that around there a little bit, and then we start making pizza. Here it comes. So just scoop all that you can out of there. You can toss the bowl right in the sink for whoever the sucker is that has to do the dishes when they're eating our pizza later. And then we're
They're
gonna
gonna
get.
be happy to wash the dishes that
Dude.
the pizza was made out of.
I will wash my own dishes. This pizza's so good. Don't tell anybody I said that. Delete that. Edit that out. All All right, so now we just kind of start making this dough here. You can roll it, you can smack it, you can beat it, you can throw it up in, well, we're not gonna throw it up in the air. This is not New York style pizza. We're making a pie. Right?
Smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no!
Well, so speaking about New York style pizza, so I know they're not even comparable.
Well,
right?
It's different.
They're not even comparable.
They don't make anything like this.
No.
And that's the magic, is that, you know, we have flatbread pizza too, but they don't do anything to compare with this thick. Now, I love a New York sliced pizza.
100%. Who doesn't? I mean, we went to Amici's that day, and we had a great meal. So thank you, Craig and Taylor and the rest of the team. Izzy's a great chef.
Yeah.
That guy's the real deal.
It was phenomenal. So
you don't have to use all the flour, Vince. Okay. So there's going to be some left over. But once you see it starts getting kind of tacky like that, like almost like Play-Doh, because we're going to give it some time to rise, and then it's going to turn into real pizza dough.
Okay.
So
how's that looking?
That's looking really good.
Okay.
Just trying to get all that flour in there.
Yeah.
And then we just go ahead and we put it in the bowl. We cover it with some saran wrap, and then we come back in about a half hour.
So I'm gonna massage it like I'm rubbing up a brand new baseball.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So.
And you know, kind of make it look a little frisbee-like, maybe a little ball frisbee. Yeah. And then we're gonna toss it back in that bowl. I'm gonna get you a new bowl because I forgot that we need the bowl. Actually, we put them next to each other.
Well, it's right there.
Yeah.
It's
right there.
I didn't do nothing with it.
And then I just got to get the saran wrap out, and boom, I'm pretty much happy with mine. How you feeling?
Thinking I'm all right.
Just stick the flour inside there, and you're good,
man.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You don't have to worry about it. It's not a pie. It's not a regular pie like an apple pie or something where it's got to be exact measurements. That's for suckers. No, actually, that's for people that are great at baking, like my wife.
Okay.
Because she's the baker of the family. For some reason, I got a baking problem, and I'm gonna throw myself under the bus a little bit. I also have a meatloaf problem. I cannot make meatloaf.
Wow.
It's kind of like a hitch in my cooking armor, if you will.
Okay.
So I don't know what to tell you on that, but if Nick was here, he is here, but if Nick was gonna feel like throwing me under the bus, he would tell you about how bad my meatloaf is.
Wow, that's scary.
Because it's yeah.
That was one of the first meals my mom sent me out the house knowing how to make.
And
meatloaf.
I've made it a few times, and I failed every time. Right? Have I ever made good meatloaf? No, he's shaking his head no with a disapproving face. So that's what we're looking for, Vince. That's where we want to be. Where the heck is my saran wrap?
I think I'm finally good right there. Listen, Chicago style pizza is definitely labor intensive, but that's what's going to make it taste that much better. So we got the secret sauce over there. We got the secret sauce. It's already sauced up.
Don't talk about the sauce.
The sauce is already sauced.
It's a secret.
So now we're getting ready. We got the dough prepped. Looking for the saran wrap.
We're not even gonna saran wrap it. We're gonna do it the gangster way. Boom. That one's covered.
So the saran covering.
Saran covering.
This is, the saran big brother of the saran wrap.
And I gotta have one. Oh, here we go. I got one more of those.
Boom.
In the cabinet here. Boom. Now they're covered. And then that's it. Now we go watch football for a half hour.
Boom.
Or we could start drinking if you want to.
How about we start drinking and watch football?
He's a smart man. We should listen to him.
Break time. This is why I'm hot.
And we're back. So, you said you like avocado oil?
That's it.
So I put a little avocado oil in yours. Put a little in mine. They're already seasoned, pre-seasoned, of course.
Seasoned.
Now we gotta just, make sure they got some good oil all over them. Make sure you get it on the sides, because that way it doesn't stick to the sides and we can get it out of there so we can eat it in about a half hour.
As the Tin Man used to say in the Wiz, slide some oil.
And then it looks like I got some risen dough.
Let it run.
What you got over here? All right, risen dough.
Okay.
Here we go. So we take our dough. We're gonna put a little olive oil on there so it tastes good.
Never gonna argue with that.
Put a little olive oil on there so it tastes good. And then you can kind of flip it over. And then all you gotta do now the work part comes in. Gotta kind of get it so that it covers the whole entire pan.
Okay. Mama used to have that rolling pin.
Rolling pins are for grandmas.
Yeah, that's what I said, Mama. My mama was born in 1929.
There you go.
She definitely is a rolling pin girl.
And then as you kind of get it in there, now you can start beating it up a little bit, because then we got a whole bunch of sliced mozzarella. We got about a pound of mozzarella, so we're gonna use about a half pound each.
Like Luther Vandross used to say, never too much, never too much.
And you just gotta start kind of trying to maneuver it around with your fingers. The pan is gonna spin around a little bit, and then you start building it up the sides. We're not gonna go all the way up the sides, because then it kind of, as it starts cooking, it'll expand over the side and it looks kind of funky.
All right.
So we're looking for, you know, people eat with their eyes before they eat with their mouths.
That is true.
So I like to use my palm to kind of get it even and flat in the middle, so that the crust is nice and crispy when it comes out. Because you know you gotta have a crispy crust at the bottom. That's good, Vince. You look like you've done this before.
I have never done
You just know how to cook. That's what it is.
Well, you know, I know how to make meat. I'm a meat man, and various sides, but I'm treating this like meat.
You know I pre-cooked the bacon this morning already.
I'm excited.
And you know, here's a pro tip for the fans at home. This is cooking oil.
Ooh.
And you know what that cooking oil is?
Nothing but bacon fat, baby.
All natural cooking oil.
That's it.
So I save that. And if you're not saving that, how the hell do you cook chicken is what I want to know. Because that chicken ain't gonna taste very good if it's not cooked in something good, right? If you using what, vegetable oil or canola oil or whatever, you could call it poison if you want.
Garbage.
So, you know, this is the part that takes a little bit of triceps, but I know you're working out all the time at EOS, so.
EOS, baby.
EOS, yeah.
It is busy.
He said it's busy and there's beautiful women everywhere.
There are definitely some eye candy in the building.
So,
but hey, anywhere you go in South Florida,
we need to
read here 32 years, based off of some of the eye candy that I saw way back in 1992. So, you know, I'm here.
So we got some avocado oil in there. We're building up the sides. Ooh. Got it hung up on the cheese there. But anyway, we also did a little Hollywood magic. That's why there's no more dough, no more flour on the counter here.
Yeah.
And then we also, you know, you saw me shred about, I don't even know how much Parmesan cheese, but it was a good amount of Parmesan cheese because it tastes good.
Yeah, well, you know.
So you got to start building those sides up, man. You know, build those sides up a little bit there, Vince. It's all right. It's okay. You can use the pinch method.
Yeah.
That's a good, that was a good tip they gave us when we were up there in Chicago a long time ago. But you know we're doing a good job if we're still making it 10 years later, you know?
Man, listen, I'm excited. I don't think I've ever had at-home deep dish pizza.
So this is a momentous occasion for you.
Occasion.
All right. And you know, you can kind of try and make it even, but who cares? And as long as it tastes good on the sides, right? They don't always look perfect when they come out of Uno's anyway, right?
We just went to Giordano's about 3 weeks ago in Orlando, and so.
No way! I was at Giordano. Weren't we at Giordano's like 3 weeks ago in Orlando? I was there with the girls.
Yeah.
We went up for that food and wine festival thing in Epcot.
So we were there the week after the food and wine fest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were there the week before you. That's right, I remember. So Giordano's up there is pretty good, man.
Oh, yeah, well,
there's 3 of them, I think.
3 of them, yeah.
Yeah.
The father retired, and he got bored.
How we looking?
We're looking good.
All right, keep doing what you do. I'm gonna move on to the cheese portion.
Moving on to the cheese.
So you know, all we do is just keep taking cheese and layer that bottom. And the next part's kind of weird to me, but they put raw sausage right on top of the cheese.
Really?
Because this thing's gonna cook for about half an hour anyway.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be plenty of time. Now, the bacon, on the other hand, I take issue with putting the bacon in there because that's ridiculous.
And we need it to be nice and crispy and tasty and wonderful.
I told you what happens if
sides. I need to come up higher.
No, I think you're doing all right, man. I would just pinch them a little. All
right.
Just like this.
Do the pinch.
Just pinch them up a little.
All right.
There you go. Now you got this side built up. You build up that side.
Got it.
But yeah, the more cheese, the better. My wife is a cheeseaholic, and you know, I'm thinking we're gonna have leftovers because I learned to cook from Italian folk.
Right.
Because I am those.
Right.
Right. My last name ends in a O, like we talked about.
Yeah. A lot of vowels with an O.
A lot of vowels with an O.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you know, you can use the rest of the cheese. I'm gonna move on to the sausage. I like this sausage. I bought it at Aldi. I'm a fan of Aldi.
I love Aldi's.
But you want to take it out of the casing, and then you want to just put some little chunkies in there, right? Because this is topping, and you're not gonna. You can line the whole thing. If you love sausage, you can line the whole thing. But I think it overwhelms the bacon when you do that.
Ooh.
And I don't want to overwhelm the bacon.
The only way you can fix that is by adding more bacon.
I got a lot of bacon, man.
Okay.
And I didn't eat any of it this morning, which usually while I'm cooking, I like to eat.
Blasphemy.
You know, like I was making the sauce this morning and I tried it about 40 times. And then, then I said, look, come here, Nick. I need a second opinion. So,
like you cared.
I do care.
Yeah.
I do care. We're putting a lot of love.
Your opinion was the only one that mattered while you were shoving that in your face, man. You know. But
I think there's a that's what she said there. This could be the first that's what she said on the podcast. So,
all right.
Right here, take some sausage, put that in there.
No diddy. Yeah. As I work this sausage out.
So I'm gonna put a good chunk. I put about 2 sausages in mine.
Yeah.
That's exact-ish science.
We got the meats.
We got the meats. And they're actually real meat instead of chemicals. I didn't say that. Use that one when you're done too. If you need more, you need more. Then I start, I gotta wash my hands before I do this. You know what, screw it, we're gonna wash the spoon anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna wash the spoon.
So now, I like a lot of sauce personally, so you just start throwing the sauce on there. Some of them dot it, I don't dot, I scoop.
Okay, I like scooping.
I scoop. You know, we're gonna probably use about half the sauce each.
Okay, I mean the sausage there.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sausage it up.
I already pre-said no diddy, right? So when you see me working this meat like this, I don't want to hit no diddy jokes.
Oh my. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, you always got to think about that. Especially with some of my golf buddies, man. They'll catch you as soon as you put a banana close to your mouth. They're like,
oh my goodness.
all that.
There's no good way to eat one of those.
None.
So now we've got
we got
cheese, we got a whole bunch of, I broke it up and spread it. You kind of flatten it a little bit so it cooks through.
Yep.
And then, you know, here's some cheese. We like cheese in this house, so there's a whole bunch of cheese.
Okay.
That's some good Parmesan on top of the sauce.
Or Parmesan, however you want to say it.
Let me test it. Probably shouldn't do that with raw meat, but whatever, I don't care.
That's all good, man, no worries.
That looks great, Vince. All right, start saucing that bad boy, man.
Puppy up, man. I just want to make sure that everybody get a little sausage there, you know, in your mouth.
And then that bacon that you see there that I pre-cooked this morning, that's gonna be, we're gonna just warm that up on top. We're gonna crumple it up and warm it up on top. So about 25 minutes in, we're gonna cook it with the last 5 minutes with that on there.
So that's gonna be the topper.
That's the topper. So, you know, it's weird because it doesn't look like this when it comes out because we put a ton of cheese on there and it all starts melting in there and gets all gooey and delicious like a Chicago deep dish, because it is a Chicago deep dish.
Look at that. That is wonderful. I'm actually getting excited.
Good.
Get one more scoop.
Good. I'm going to use the rest because I ain't leaving that.
Let's
use it all. Let's use it all.
We're not messing around here.
Leftovers for after we're done cooking, not right now. So I'll put a little more. Yeah, cheese that bad boy up. You can put a little more mozzarella on there too if you want, if you're feeling cheesy. But
I am feeling cheesy.
It's better to have it underneath, but if you want to put one on top, it'll melt just fine.
Yes, indeed.
Let's clean that up.
Just clean it up.
We can lick the pan off camera because it's a little, you know.
That would definitely be a no video moment.
You know, when I say that, I mean like, you know, stick your.
Forget it.
Forget it. You can't say that either, probably.
No.
So yeah, we didn't use all this Parmesan. So
let's get it all in there.
Use all that Parmesan. Whoops.
There
all right,
it is. That's how you do
it's done. We got a couple slices. Right, Nick, you want to try some mozzarella? You want to take a preview, man?
Yeah.
We're gonna let our cameraman. You want to try that?
Yeah, why not?
That's pretty good stuff, man. I tried it when I ordered it last night. They sliced it up for me.
Yeah,
you know, because you got to test your ingredients.
I had to have my twin have a piece of mozzarella with me.
375. It's been preheated. I think we stick them in.
That's exactly what she said.
Boom! Here we go.
Boom. So I'm gonna be doing this while it's cooking.
And we'll see you in 375 in 30 more minutes. Had the idea to grind up that last sausage. I ground up the bacon and threw it in there with the rest of the sauce. Now it's going right on the pies.
That's a different level of lovely right there. Different level of lovely.
Going right on the pies. We need a little,
and look
little protect my hand action here.
Look at this.
Pull these out.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Here we go. Topper's on. Every guy needs a good topper. I mean,
Oh boy.
Hey.
I didn't hear nothing. I wasn't
Nothing.
here that day.
Boom. Look at that.
You know what, Vince? You might be a genius.
Dude, I'm just telling you, man. I know what I like. Yeah, look at that. So this is gonna run back in the oven for a little bit.
Maybe 5-10 more minutes.
Just
We gotta get that golden brown crispy crust.
Look at that. Like my man said in the movie, God damn it, Gump, you're a genius. Yeah.
Alright, back in the oven they go. Bye-bye. I have a feeling that the pizza's ready, Vince. Should we check it?
I think the pizza
It smells.
should be checked.
It smells ready.
Let's do it.
Let's see.
Ooh, look at there, look at there.
I don't know. Maybe just a little crisper? Nah, it's done.
I think we're good there, brother. I think we're good.
Now we just gotta wait a little bit because it'll fall apart if we cut it right now.
Put them on the.
Alright, let's go ahead.
We'll put them on the cooling racks over here. One. Look at that.
I think this is the one you made, Vince. Not that we're counting.
We ain't counting. It's all, yeah, that's my sides right there. I can see my sides.
Alright, let's turn them so we don't have any little kids running by
Yeah.
and knock them off.
Look
We're
at
gonna
that.
wait 10 more minutes for them to cool. It looks like they're gonna melt right out of there. Because look, you can see the crust separating from, which means it's gonna be easy to get them out.
Gotta love it. That means we did some good oiling.
We did some good oiling.
Good oiling.
I can't wait to try it.
Boom. This is the moment of truth. Chicago style pizza made in Davie, Florida. Drew, what you got for
I'm
me?
gonna use the 2 spatula method here
Okay.
so that we don't lose the middle of the pie.
We don't want to lose the middle of nothing.
Don't want to lose the middle of the
Especially
pie.
in the middle of
But I'll
this.
tell you what, I may or may not have off camera grabbed a little piece of sausage off of there.
Yeah. How did it go? Yeah.
I don't even have words.
It was like a full dance in your mouth. You know what I mean? So, wow, look at this.
It should be coming
Look how it
right out
pops right out.
easily.
That's what happens when you use good oil. Not none of that vegetable, which there's no vegetables in vegetable oil.
This is still really hot.
Yeah, you know.
So let's move that out of the way.
Boom, we got.
Slide this one over.
I need this one to come out just as nice because I did that one.
First attempt, let's see.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Make me proud. Make me proud.
2 spatulas.
Eee! Oh,
Hold on. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. You just gotta
Okay.
make sure it moves first.
Okay.
All right, not bad for the first. It took me 3 attempts to get this right, by the
Okay,
way. I forgot
all
to
right.
tell you that. All right, having a little trouble here, but that's okay.
All right.
We'll
Okay,
figure
there
it out.
is. Yeah,
Figure. You
that
gotta get
side
right.
is a little,
It's a
that's
little-
the side with disabilities right there.
Hey, I think you're supposed to say differently abled now.
Boom. Is it differently?
Differently abled.
went with
I'm not
disability.
sure. All right, I think
Sure,
that's
I
good.
Hey,
We're
listen, man came out in one piece-ish.
it's fine. It's fine.
And so,
Those are hot.
like, how we looking over here? Can we see that?
Dude, do you see? Look at this. Here, let me move that over
Look
for
at
you.
this.
Here, let me put
Look
that in
at
there.
This. This is what we talking about.
Podcast twins making pizza.
Podcast twins.
All right, let's go
On
eat.
location at the DiAlberto household. This is how we do.
Can we go eat now?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go eat.
There it is. Boom.
All right,
Looking at these wonderful
let's go ahead and try and cut this in
slices
half.
of pies. We're gonna let the host of the house here. Look, it's still hot, but we so hungry we ain't got time to let it form. So we just doing what we gotta do.
Dad and we got stuff to do.
We got stuff to do.
You got grandkids to pick
I
up.
got to pick up the G-Pips. He got to go do the Panthers game, so which I'm jealous because I really had an opportunity to go, but I got my grandparents.
Dude, I need a
so.
saw for this.
Yeah.
This is no joke.
Look at that.
Yeah. There you go.
Look at that.
Hey,
Look at
it didn't even fall apart.
It didn't even fall
Look
apart.
at that.
It didn't run. Look at that. No runs, no drips, no errors.
Oh, maybe a little run.
Baseball reference.
My goodness, this thing is like,
Yeah, man.
you really got it crispy here. All right, now we're good.
All right.
Nick, you ready to try this?
Yep. All right. So we're going to let our resident teenager...
No, we're going to give Maddie the first piece, man. Ladies first. Where's your gentlemanliness? Come on, dude. All right, pass that down to Maddie.
There we go.
There you go.
Boom. Listen,
This-
you can't get much better than this.
I'm having a hard time cutting this.
That's all right.
It's like,
That's all right.
there we go. All right.
That's why they pre-cut it before they bring it
Let's
to
give
us
that
out
one
there.
to Vince so he can do the Chicago deep dish taste of the city.
That's why they bring it to us pre-cut at Giordano's and Lou Malnati's
And Uno's and everywhere else they
and
make
all the other
it.
good spots. But look at that. Get a look at that. That is, if you could only smell what I'm smelling.
Give that one to Miss Emmy there. Here you go, Nick. Have some extra
No.
meat on there.
Put all the meat in your mouth. Here we go. And I'm gonna do the taste test right here. You know what? I don't even want that. I gotta go straight up.
Oh, dude, it's hot. Be careful. Is it good? All right.
Really is hard to play.
Oh my god, that's pretty good. My first time having homemade stuffed Chicago style deep dish pizza.
Did I take you back to Chicago, Vince?
I tell you what, pretty goddamn good.
You want to cut yours up?
No, I'm just
No, you're busy. All
I'm
right.
just going at it right here.
All right. Vince is happy, everybody.
Hello?
Highly recommend it. So
Vince is happy, everybody. That's what we were looking for today.
you saw what we did, saw how we did it,
Oh, it might be.
and
Make sure you put love into it.
shout out to the DiAlberto household for letting us come in here and bombard their house and
What?
take over the whole the shindig for the whole week afternoon. And
Vince for setting up a studio and turning my kitchen into a studio.
I
That
am-
was pretty cool.
I am a mobile studio.
That was
so
pretty
this is
cool.
What I do. So
All right,
but no,
well,
this was amazing. So
turn these people off and let's go enjoy the
All right.
food, man.
hey, podcast twins out.
Next time, steak.
Peace.